Ladies and gentlemen, Rivian has confirmed that they are artificially throttling the performance of their Rivian R1S and R1T models, requiring a paid software upgrade in order to access the full capacity of your battery. I'm kind of shocked that this news didn't get more mainstream coverage. I think it's because everyone is so busy hating on Tesla right now, and so few people even care about Rivian or even remember that they exist, that this just flew under everyone's radar. It just, no one cares what Rivian's doing anymore. But I feel like we have to talk about this because this is like disaster capitalism right here. Like, this is the actual nightmare end game of capitalism, which is crazy because I'm a capitalism enjoyer, right? I feel like capitalism is fine, but stories like this are the reason why the Gen Z hates capitalism. It's obvious, right? So in case you guys aren't aware of this story, let's break it down real quick. Okay, Rivian will enable some R1S and R1T owners to unlock more driving range and performance thanks to paywalls and over-the-air upgrades. If you don't know what this is, over-the-air upgrades is effectively just a download. Okay, it's an upgrade that you can make to your vehicle by simply tapping a button over the air, over Wi-Fi, over a cellular data network, whatever the case might be. All right, so it's not like this increased performance requires a technician to come to your house and like modify the vehicle in some way. No, everything that this car is capable of performing much better out of the box than you paid for, but you have to pay again in order to get that upgrade for absolutely no reason, as spotted by Rivian Tracker and confirmed by Rivian's software boss Wasim Ben Said. Sorry if I mispronounced that. We could find the source here on Twitter. They said, per your feedback, dual performance upgrade for your Rivian will be available through over the air. Coming soon will be the 2025.06 update, and you can use Rivian rewards too. This person said, this is so awesome. Large plus pack unlocking next on the roadmap. Winky face, right? Little winky face, as if we're supposed to be excited about the fact that we're going to be able to get to pay for our full battery capacity. So this was like enthusiastically confirmed by Rivian, like, yes, you're gonna be able to pay to get what you already paid for. Yes, dude, that's so awesome. I'm so excited about that. So basically you can get the performance upgrade after a few taps on the car's infotainment screen. Currently the performance pack can only be bought outright when configuring an individual order or when buying an R1T or R1S from inventory with the option already activated. It costs $5,000 as a one-time purchase and boosts the dual motors EV power and torque from 533 horsepower and 610 pound-feet to 665 and 829 pound-feet respectively. Additionally, the sprint to 60 miles an hour goes down from 4.5 to 3.4 seconds, and two more driving modes are enabled: sport and soft sand. It's unclear how the OTA performance upgrade will be priced, whether as a one-time purchase or as a subscription. I suspect it will be offered as both, if I'm being honest with you guys. Companies just drool. They are foaming at the mouth for more options to force people into subscriptions, so I suspect that will at least be an option. The power boosting option is only available on the dual motor all-wheel drive R1S and R1T models fitted with the large battery pack. This particular battery setup will also become eligible for a range boosting update in the future. In short, owners of EVs with the so-called large plus battery will be able to pay to unlock the entirety of the pack, which is currently paywalled, to use fewer modules and provide less range than it is capable of. Let me repeat that again for you really quick. Okay, owners of the large plus battery will be able to pay to unlock the entirety of the pack, which is currently paywalled, to use fewer modules and provide less range than it is capable of. So they are straight up confirming that this large battery is installed in the car at production, and you get it, and you are unable to use the entirety of that battery for no other reason than so they can charge you for it later. Can you imagine if phones did this, right? If you bought an iPhone for $1,200, right, and you got home, and as you're setting up the device, you transfer all your data, there's a pop-up that says, hey, great news, your battery is currently locked to 80%, and you can unlock the additional 20% by paying an additional $200, and you only have to set up Apple Pay to do so. You double click and boom, all of a sudden you have more battery. The problem with this is the capacity of the battery is dictated by the hardware, right? The hardware is what determines the size of the battery, determines its performance, right? Now I'm not going to sit here and say that obviously an optimized software system is going to help a lot with battery life, right? But we're talking about using software to artificially lock the hardware. What in the world is going on? How is this even possible? To put this into like layman's terms, okay, imagine you buy a car with an 18-gallon gas tank, and when you get to the pump you discover that you can only pump 12 gallons into your gas tank because inside the gas tank is a little door, right? There's a little door that's attached to a motor, and that motor has a sensor that communicates with the cell towers. All right, and basically if you don't pay an additional $200, that little door remains shut and you do not get access to the other 4 gallons of your gas tank, right? Like people would lose their minds. It is unfathomable that this would be the case, that this would be the reality, and yet here we are. Rivian is enthusiastically letting customers know that great news, soon you're going to get to purchase all of the battery that you've already paid for, right? It is unbelievable. But unfortunately this is not the only time that we have seen automakers attempt things like this, because back in 2022 we have an article here from Fox. Automakers like BMW, GM, and Mercedes charge monthly fees for faster speeds and heated seats. If you're in the market for your new car, you must do your homework on subscription costs. So back then Mercedes was charging its electric car owners $1,200 a year to drive a little bit faster. The pricey software upgrade acceleration increase gets you 0 to 60 miles per hour 1 second faster. It's available for the Mercedes EQ line of EVs. This one was my favorite though. BMW made waves when it announced an $18 per month charge for heated seats in other countries. There's also a high beam assist upgrade which brightens or dims headlights automatically for $8 a month. So hang on, heated seats. A seat is not heated via software, it's heated via a heating element that is in the seat. So this is a very black and white scenario. Is there a heating element in the rear seat or not? Yes or no? If yes, then the seat is capable of heating regardless, right? If your seat is unable to heat despite having a heating element, that is an artificial lock by the manufacturer, right? It makes literally no sense other than to the consumer. There is no benefit to the consumer here. There's no reason that the car should not have heated seats by default because the heating element is installed in the seat. Just turn it on, right? The fact that you have to pay extra for a component that is already in the car that you pay for is actually unbelievable. It blows my mind that this would have ever been a thing. Now I believe BMW got rid of this subscription model as far as I know, but this Rivian thing, like, no one's talking about this. What is going on here? Who in the world would pay to have access to the battery that you already paid for? It's like someone selling you a turd and convincing you it's a brownie, and you take a bite and you're like, oh god, and then they're like, no, remember, it's a brownie. And then you're like, okay, yes, it's a brownie, I like this is very good, thank you. You're a shit eater. Okay, if you pay for this upgrade, you're a shit eater. The company is feeding you shit and you are giving them money for it. Okay, that is open and shut case. There's absolutely no logical argument that you could use to justify having to pay for the unlocking of the battery. Now if Rivian wants to charge more for these models, go for it. That's fine, right? That's fine. You should price the car at whatever you want, but to artificially give your paying customer a worse experience that is purely optional is insane. It is actually just insane. And again, we're not talking about the engineers over at Rivian have cooked up a more optimized software upgrade that just boosts efficiency through the roof. It's an insane breakthrough, and now all of the car's components are running more efficiently, and now you get 10% more battery range out of it. No, that's not what's happening here. If that were the case, that would be cool. They should still release it for free because you fucking paid for the car. How are you not going to do that? But that's not even what's happening here. I want to stress this. The car out of the box, or I should say as you drive off the lot, is capable of X amount of range and they are artificially locking that range for no other reason than to charge you. It's not like it costs them more money to give you that extra range. They already paid to install the battery is already in the car, it's done, it's over with. Their costs have already been taken into account by the time you pull off the lot. It is over and done with, right? There's no logical argument here. You are simply being fed shit. That's what's happening here. And I'm sorry, I can't imagine a world where anybody tries to defend this type of behavior. And again, this just makes EVs look bad, right? I love EVs. I drive an EV. All right, it's beautiful. They're fantastic, some of the best cars I've ever driven. It's hard to go back, right? It's hard to go back to a regular internal combustion engine vehicle, right? It's just incredible. But this makes the whole industry look bad, right? It's actually super toxic to the entire EV industry. So I wanted to make this video, let you guys know the types of things that Rivian is trying to get away with here that I think is flying under the radar, because again, this was posted March 3rd and that was 10 days ago. But again, I think it just comes down to the fact that like nobody cares about Rivian, and so like that's probably why this happened. But like again, if you're Rivian, like you should be trying to please every single customer that comes through your door, because you have a massive uphill battle if you're going to try to be like have mainstream EV adoption, right? And yet this is your strategy. Like this is hilariously bad. The only EV maker that is better at pissing people off right now is apparently Tesla, but I'll leave that for another video. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, drop a thumbs up on it, helps out the channel a ton. It's fast, it's free, takes 1 second, and subscribe if you want more content like this. Comment down below your thoughts on what's going on here with Rivian. I would love to hear your thoughts on this, but it's just absolutely ridiculous. So anyway, with that being said guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been Omniarch. I will talk to you guys again soon. Peace.